Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you. Welcome to the Full 100. It is Tuesday, the 21st of July. And I've got some great news for you no maskers today. You're really going to love this show today, guys. I've got some fabulous news for you. Also, I'm starting a video diary, guys. I'm taking a coronavirus test. Yeah, I am. So the package just arrived today. I'm doing a home kit one. So watch this space for that video. Okay, so I'm gonna go through the whole thing. I'm not gonna air it until I get my results. The reason I'm taking it is I went to a party Friday or Saturday, my friend's 50th. Oh, by the way, happy birthday, Fiddles. Yeah, I'm taking a test because of your party. But no, it's all in good spirit. Come on. But it's the responsible thing to do. So I'm taking a test, and I'm gonna put the video on here. And you'll see me open the result package when I get it. So guys, without further ado, let's get to today's show. Guys, I'm going to start by telling all of you who've been fighting masks, guess what happened? Trump says you can now wear one, guys. So now, can we stop the fighting now, yeah? Trump's now wearing a mask, guys. He says it's okay now to wear one. He says it's patriotic to wear one. So be a patriot, guys. Follow the leader. Take a look at this video, guys. You're going to love it.
Now, just minutes ago, President Trump tweeted this image saying, quote, "Many people say that it is patriotic to wear a face mask when you can't socially distance. There is nobody more patriotic than me, your favorite president," unquote. This image comes after months of President Trump openly mocking people who wear masks and refusing to set an example by wearing one publicly. 2 months.
Guys, I mean, ain't you guys relieved that he says you can now wear one? He's wearing one now. So all of those nutcrackers that I spoke about on my video yesterday. Yesterday I brought you guys QAnon, the deep state loopy-loo conspiracy team thing that many of you guys have assigned to, even though you don't know why you have assigned to it. I brought you guys that. And my next video, right, is bringing you guys the origins of what you've been following. Some more origin of what you've been following. Those of you who are familiar with the news, I don't know if you remember Sandy Hook Primary School in America. The shooting that happened that slaughtered 20 babies. 20 babies, right? Killed by a 20-year-old he also killed 6 teachers. These babies were between 6 and 7 years old. I remember President Obama. It was the first time I see a president cry on TV. He shed tears. Under Trump, many of these things have happened, and he's just guys, there's a guy called Alex Jones, right, who Trump follows a lot. Trump actually started following this guy back in 2015, a whole year before he put his bid in for the election. And, you know, these are the despicable characters behind the people you are following. Following this guy is equivalent to following Yaxley Robinson or the Jewish kid, you know, Tommy. They call him Tommy, but his real name's Yaxley.
Report that airs tonight, CNN's Fareed Zakaria explores how conspiracy theories and those who promote them have moved from the fringes to the mainstream with the help of the current resident of the White House. Remember Alex Jones? He's recently ordered by the FDA to stop selling fake cures for COVID-19. He is a leading conspiracy theorist, far-right radio host, and one of the many people President Trump has embraced.
To have conspiracism move into the White House and then have a president welcome it, amplify it, recognize it, utterly unprecedented.
Donald, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Alex. Donald Trump first aligned himself with Jones in 2015.
Your reputation's amazing. I will not let you down.
Donald Trump basically said to Alex Jones, "I love your work." It's totally nuts.
So nuts, it begs the question, how did we get here? To what some are calling the InfoWars presidency.
Alex Jones, he was a nice guy, actually.
And I think they're getting our guns.
You may remember Alex Jones for spreading the most grotesque lie imaginable.
Sandy Hook is a synthetic, completely fake, with actors, in my view, manufactured.
I have no words for somebody that low and that despicable.
These guys are the originators of the fake news that have been fooling the whole, I mean, I won't say the whole world, just those who live in that little bubble. And for this guy to label those kids who died and deny it and basically say they were actors, that it never happened. Children, these are the people that Trump backs. These are the people that Trump is in bed with. So when you're trying to work out where your resistance to mask comes from, believe me when I tell you, if it wasn't for Trump in the White House, you'll all be wearing masks today. There won't be nobody fighting and abusing and uttering racist remarks to people that are stopping them from coming into their shops. What happened in 2016 is every time Trump used to spew rubbish that was lies, they said, oh, they laughed at him. Oh, he's got no chance. Oh, he's doing. But now they're wiser. They're fact-checking him in real time. The interview you're about to see is by a Fox, the friendly newspaper. Sorry, the friendly TV channel. As in his friendly, the rumor mongers, the spreaders, the fake news spreaders, TV channel, Fox. This is a friendly interview. And the guy was fact-checking him in real time. So's the CNN reporter or news anchor who's showing you the tape. So he's been double fact-checked. Take a look, guys.
The federal response here is faltering as the death toll surpasses 140,000 Americans. 140,000 people. That is enough to fill the Rose Bowl 1.5 times. And the president is still denying reality and ignoring the magnitude of the outbreak. And in his Fox News interview this week, it is clear that denial has crossed the threshold to negligence. He can't even be honest about how deadly the virus is here.
When you talk about mortality rates, I think it's the opposite. I think we have one of the lowest mortality rates in the world.
You can check it out.
Please get me the mortality rate?
Yeah.
Kaylee's right here. I heard we have one of the lowest, maybe the lowest mortality rate anywhere in the world.
Now, as Chris Wallace noted, it is not. Of the 20 hardest hit countries today, the U.S. is 10th in mortality rate. Bolivia, Colombia, the Philippines, Chile, India, Pakistan, Argentina, all among those doing better than the U.S. But go on.
Do you have the numbers, please? Number one low mortality rate.
Okay, he's even lying about the lie there because the chart that he decided to use from the European CDC, not his own, still doesn't show the U.S. with the lowest mortality rate.
You look at other countries, they don't even do tests. They don't go around and have massive areas of testing, and we do.
False. Of course other countries test. The difference? Many of the successful ones have a cohesive national strategy. They test, then trace, and their citizens wear masks.
Welcome back. Wow. I mean, what stands out the most in that interview is when he said, get me the paper, get me the evidence. I heard we have the lowest mortality rate. You heard? You're the president of a country that's about to hit 145,000 dead, miles ahead of everybody else, 4% of the world's population, and yet you're 25% of the deaths. You heard that you're... What do you mean you heard? Don't you know? Hey, haven't you been keeping an eye on it?
On earth would your administration be involved in a campaign at this point to discredit Dr. Fauci, who is the nation's top infectious disease expert?
Because we're not. He's a little bit of an alarmist.
So Trump denies that his administration is attacking Anthony Fauci before he goes right on ahead there and undermines Anthony Fauci. The attacks are real, and they're right out there. They are verifiable. The top trade advisor wrote an op-ed. The social media director pushed a cartoon out on social media, and the White House anonymously pushed out a list of opposition research on Dr. Fauci.
Many of those cases are young people that would heal in a day. They have the sniffles.
All right, I've interviewed young people who survived weeks on a ventilator. I've interviewed young people who are still battling symptoms months later. They're the so-called long haulers. And next hour right here, we're going to be talking with a mother who lost her 20-year-old son and 23-year-old daughter in a span of 11 days. This interview moved on to other topics like the military.
We got soldiers, the biggest pay raises in the history of our military.
No, he actually did not. While a pay raise is always welcome, the military got bigger ones in 2008, 2009, and 2010. Next.
What can I say about this joker, this monkey, this baboon, this buffoon? What can I say about him? He attacks his own people. And you know what he's been doing for a long time? He's been taking claim for a lot of stuff that Obama did. A lot of stuff. He gave the highest raise. No, you didn't. Obama did. He set up the VA. No, you didn't. Obama did. He's been claiming this stuff and been getting away with it. He says it at his rallies and they believe it at his rallies. He says it on Fox News. Fox News knows the truth, but this time round, they're proper fact-checking these idiots. So guys, here's the last installment of one of the craziest. I mean, he does crazy interviews the whole time. Like when he called himself, his friend called him and said, you know what, Donald, you are perfect. Yeah, he's the said guy.
What he's done, the things I've done.
Actually, they have, because it was President Obama, actually, who signed the Veterans Choice Program into law in 2014, not President Trump. That was nearly 3 years before President Trump moved into the Oval Office.
I think mail-in voting is going to rig the election. I really do.
All right, that's just false. There is zero evidence of widespread fraud. Studies also show mail-in voting has not benefited one party over the other. Also, the president, along with many of his advisors, have voted by mail for years. Then, as the president tries to make mental acuity an issue in this election, he brags about the cognitive test that he took.
The first few questions are easy, but I'll bet you couldn't even answer the last 5 questions. I'll bet you couldn't. They get very hard.
Okay, so the last questions on that test. What day is it, and what city are you in?
You answer the questions. Let Biden sit through an interview like this. He'll be on the ground crying for mommy. He'll say, Mommy, please take me home.
All right, we'll just leave it there.
Now, this is my very last video for the show today. But this is a very serious one right now. Yes, we might joke about this guy that he's mad. My American friends need to understand how mad this guy is. This guy is mad enough to split your country in half. This guy is mad enough to contest the election when he loses. This guy is mad enough to send troops because he's still the commander-in-chief between November and January when they switch over, when the new president takes the oath of office. He's mad enough to lock down America as still the incumbent commander-in-chief. My American friends, Joe Biden, President Obama, the military chiefs of America, you need to be aware of what little me, I can see is happening right now. He's sending troops into your cities when your mayors and the governors didn't ask for it. He's sending troops and pretending that there's crisis when it's only on one block. Something the police can handle on their own. I feel like I want to shout, watch your backs. He's putting troops in your cities. That's what I feel like doing. Take a look, guys.
Facing off with the president himself, Donald Trump has sent federal forces to deal with demonstrators in Portland, Oregon. He's now planning deployments in other cities. But local officials object, saying the administration is only making things worse. Josh Campbell has the details.
As protests continue here in the city of Portland for well over 50 days, a war of words is shaping up in Washington, D.C. from officials at the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. In a string of tweets on Monday, Acting Homeland Security Deputy Secretary Ken Cuccinelli retweeted videos and images of Portland, dubbing the unfolding situation here as terrorism, attempting to project a message of instability. Donald Trump also weighing in, saying that his administration is now looking at not only sending additional federal resources resources here to the city of Portland, but also to other cities, primarily those that are run by Democrats. Trump saying that, yeah, he was looking into sending resources to New York, Chicago, Philadelphia, Detroit, Baltimore, as well as Oakland, California, although it's worth noting that none of those cities have seen any indication of widespread destruction.
Law enforcement officials tell CNN the administration plans to send federal agents to Chicago this week. But Chicago's mayor is pushing back hard. Lori Lightfoot tweeted, "Mr. President or not, I don't care one bit what your name is. I will not allow troops in Chicago, and I will do everything in my power to stop you." Lightfoot isn't alone. Take a look at this map. The mayors of all 5 cities shown here have signed a letter to Attorney General William Barr and the acting head of Homeland Security. They want to halt plans to send federal forces to U.S. cities and for those already present to be withdrawn.
The mayors, the state governors, they need to kick back hard. They need to kick back from now. Get those troops out of your states ASAP. Because what this guy's got in his head, none of you know. Not even he knows. He's so impulsive that he doesn't even know what he's going to do. You heard it in that interview. He does not know what he will do on that day. What might happen, even though he's planning all of this, nobody knows what this guy is going to do. That's how crazy he is. So guys, listen, I'm going to say my goodbyes now. Look out for my coronavirus test taking video coming soon. And the results, I won't publish the video until I get the results back. So you'll see me get the result in real time as yourself. Guys, have a fantastic evening, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on the Hump Day. Take care now. Bye-bye.